Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Elden Ring PvP tournament. I am your host, KH Knight, and you are watching the Make It Rain Cup, a 16-player single elimination event where the contestants can only use sorceries, incantations, bows, and crossbows as their main hand weapon. Originally recorded on November 19th, me and my co-host lost my sanity, witnessed 16 of PlayStation's best duel each other for the combined prize pool of $100, 60 for first, 25 for second, and 15 for third. In this event, you will witness a beautiful spectacle of colorful projectiles engulfing your screen. Only the most creative builds and amazing skill will rise to the top in the most exciting PvP tournament held yet. So without further ado, let the show begin. Coming up next, the tournament begins with a battle of old versus new. Legacy veteran Cinder versus the fresh-faced newcomer Winterbringer, both sporting intelligence and faith hybrid builds. Who will win? Find out now.
Everything hangs on this, guys. 3, 2, 1, fire!
And the first match has started, and immediately Winter lands a lightning bolt, countering Cinder's ghost spell.
Ooh, good hit.
590 damage from the triple rings of light. That is a spell with a pretty big area of effect. It is pretty hard to avoid if you get cornered.
It's a spell that has gotten boosted recently, and it's really fun to use as well.
It is very powerful, and it uses up less FP after the last update. And now we're seeing the Dragon Breath spell, the Ice Breath, only landing about 316 damage, no frost proc. Now we're seeing Shard Spiral, which is a slower casting spell. It has a slow travel speed, but that's actually good because you can combine that slow travel speed with faster projectiles to do a mix-up on your opponent.
And it looks really funny as well. You could probably also open wine bottles with that spell. This is really close.
KO!
Oh, wow.
All right. And that first round goes to Winterbringer. GG.
3, 2, 1, fire.
All right, and immediately Glintstone Shard, I believe, from Winter, and Cinder, he's casting his Rancor Call. Now, what really makes this spell effective is just how slow it is. It's a very, it's a lingering spell, and you can combine that with faster spells for mix-ups. And now we're seeing Thunderbolt be used, which is really good at catching spell users.
Yeah, it's very quick spells currently. It feels a little bit like they're trying to feel each other out a little bit more, but there we go, a really big hammer blow.
Yeah, catching his opponent for 292 damage. We're seeing the hammer come out, but to no success. To really land that spell, you got to set it up with something else. And now we're seeing Unendurable Frenzy. No, that's Frenzy Flame being brought out. And look at that, 750 damage. His tears is gone. Rounds the goal for the roll catch, and that is a 2-0 victory for Winterbringer. KO!
That timing on that man was amazing. He really knew. He really had the sense of roll catching down there, which ended the fight.
Coming up next, another battle of old versus new. Pyromancer tournament legend Darkmatterii versus the Golden Order faithful Goldie. Who will shine brightest? Find out now.
3, 2, 1, kill.
Right, the bolt is in, and Darkmatterii tries to go for a lightning spear, but just missed the attack. And now we're seeing Elden Stars be casted by both players. We have the bees. The bees are swarming both players.
Oh, this is amazing.
Both players got caught. Darkmatterii got caught for 620 damage. And now look at the bleed from the flies. And now we're seeing the Frost Dragon be casted. And Goldie, she's actually dodging it pretty well. Nope, got caught for 287 damage. And now we're seeing Wings of Lights come out.
So hard to dodge that. It's so hard.
There's so much going on, and look at that, the first kill by Dark Matter. That's a KO and a victory for Dark Matter. GG.
It was an excellent shot. You can clearly tell that Dark Matter has a lot of experience using 3, 2, 1, spaghetti.
Spaghetti! And Elder Star is being casted again by Dark Matter, and Goldie, she's wasting no time. She's going right in. With Radigan's Ring of Light for 680 damage. But look at this, Leaden Heart Tier. So now he is a tank, but he doesn't get a magic resistance, and he is killed by Radigan's Ring of Light by Goldie. That is a win for Goldie. KO!
That was cool. That was sick. There you go. She learned from the previous fight. She went in, were way more aggressive, and that brought her the victory. 3, 2, 1, Chris Pratt.
Once again, Elden Stars by Dark Matter while Goldie gets her flask in. She's now running directly at him this time. I'm not sure what she's trying to do, but okay, Goldie just got caught by the Crucible Horn for over 1,000 damage. And now we're seeing the Dragon Breath by Dark Matter. Tears is popped for Goldie. No successful graphical right there, just missed. Here comes the Flame of the Giant, wiping out Goldie's health. KO!
Wow.
Coming up next, the first bow build steps onto the tournament stage with S13. Will his bow build be enough to take on the magical arsenal of Sail? Find out now.
3, 2, 1, kill.
And we're seeing a great bow with Golem Arrows by S13 landing for 575 damage. Sail was not ready for that.
Oh, that was just powerful. That's gotta be a blow to your mindset. But there's not been too much happening. Not yet, at least. They are being somewhat careful.
See, in terms of great arrows, the Golem Arrow, I think, is the most powerful one because you do get a buff in damage from the Golem Bow. It has high physical damage, and it has a pretty big AoE, so it's surprisingly good at roll catch, especially if you let your opponent roll into you. One thing that S13 does have to look out for is faster spells like Lightning Spear that can easily catch him as he's using the bow. Like right here.
Yeah, man.
So you saw Thunderbolt being casted for 600 damage. That's something that you gotta look out for. If you mistime your roll, you're gonna get caught for big damage. And now we're seeing Triple Rings of Lighting brought out, and as you can see, it's eating up a majority of the stage. You gotta be very careful in dodging those. And then
It is an excellent spell here. Excellent spell on this specific arena. And you can look at this. I mean, S13, he's okay, he's coming back. I want to say that this is really exciting from both players. Really good.
See, he built some distance between him and his opponent, and that's the distance you need to make Greatbow work. But once the distance is closed, it's pretty hard to dominate with the Greatbow. And you saw Sail just landing a lot of damage on S13. At this point, all he needs is like one quick spell, like a Glintstone Shard, to finish him off. And there we go, KO!
Whoa! The underdog takes it. 3, 2, 1, murder.
All right, the bolt is in, and the first shot is being fired by S13, but no successful hit.
It is an interesting beginning. It's almost like they're kind of testing out each other's strategies, and it seems to be, well, pretty similar so far.
Yeah, but you see S13, he's now caught in a corner, so it's going to be very hard for him to avoid these Rancor calls and Triple Rings of Light. But he's doing a pretty good job of dodging right now.
He's dangerously close to the edge.
But now he's changing up his strategy. He actually caught his opponent with 500 damage on the Golem shot, but now he's taking damage from the Ring of Light. Looks like he's going to be sticking to the Greatbow strategy for this round.
it does do a lot of damage. I mean, if you can get to understand the movement of Sail, he will do tons of damage.
And now we're seeing some barrage shots with the lighter bow, but no successful hit there. Very close to the edge here. Those triple rings of light are getting very close to pushing him off the edge.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous watching the man roll back and forth. If this had been me, I'd have gone off the edge already.
Oh, see, he just narrowly avoided the Radigan's Ring of Light, but now he has the distance he needs to make a Greatbow effective. And he's out of FP! This is his chance to chase down Sail.
Uh-oh.
And he caught him on the flask use. KO!
Whoa! 3, 2, 1, go.
And the bolt is in, and you see Sail firing his great bow, but missing. Both players have their flask in. Rancor called by Sail. This is another thing that I like. You can use these slow tracking spells and these wide AoEs to create a deterrent. Keep your opponent off you while you eat an item like your Physic or your flask. And that's just, strategy that you have to use to be successful in these matches.
It's a great way to control the situation. As you can see, it's giving him a lot of damage right now.
We just saw a trade with Frenzy Flame and the Greatbow, and the Frenzy Flame did lose that trade, but S13 is down a lot of health. And it looks like that gap in health is closing because he lands 2 successful Greatbow hits.
Whoa!
This is really cool. He's buffering his shots mid-air. So this is a way where you can dodge projectiles while still starting up your Greatbow shot. And I think that's key for really making Greatbow work.
So I can see here that when he gets control, Sail is doing real well. But once the field is cleared of magic, that's when S13 comes back, and that's when he has to make the most out of his chances. Oh my god, another good hit there.
Yes, it's getting really close, and S13 doesn't really have too much distance against his opponent. Oh, now he has it. 213 damage there with a Greatbow shot. And Sail, if he wants to win this match, he has to close the distance. Just should kill KO!
Wow.
Coming up next, the first bow build mirror match. PC tournament champion Frosty versus frequent PlayStation competitor Archdominus. Who has the better bow build? Find out now. You may count it down.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right, and the bolt is in, and once again we're seeing another Greatbow, this time being used by Archdominus. Frosty using double crossbows, so this could be a bow versus bow fight, yes, with Sleep Bow.
Alright, so Sleep is just incredibly powerful in most situations, I want to say. But a double crossbow, I just find that to be incredibly... it just looks so funny, and I love it.
He's got Scarlet Rock. Oh, Sleep is procced! And then he tried to combo the Sleep with Comet, but he just missed.
Oh, well, Sleep is powerful, but you don't have all the time in the world, so you kind of have to anticipate the Sleep before you come in with a big damage spell.
That is exactly right. Your timing has to be perfect if you want to land those Comet Sleep combos. Now, here we go again, Sleep, and he got it this time, 562 damage. That is a very potent combo by Archdominus.
Yeah, wow, so he is definitely here, in the lead, but not by too much, currently. Both of them are bringing out the Sleep here, and these fights are so different from what we have seen so far, because guys are basically killing each other by 1,000 cuts here, while the other people were trying to nuke each other off the face of the planet. So, really interesting contrast of styles.
Look at that damage, 468. The combo with the Sleep bow is really working out well. It looks like the Sleep bow is a lot better than the Sleep crossbow. Seems like it procs a lot faster. And look, we're seeing some classic Dark Souls 3 strategy. Firing the crossbow at the ground, killing with the AoE. That is a KO by Archdominus.
not gonna lie, that gave me Vietnam flashbacks. 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, the bolt is in, and we're seeing glintstone scraps be used, but he used it unlocked, so it was not able to track on his opponent. And now you see Ark closing the distance already, landing sleep arrows. So far, he's gotten 2 shots in. I think Frosty is 3 shots in. He's only 1 more shot away from being sleep procced. He has to be very careful. It's going to be pretty hard to build the distance he needs to get the bolus in. To be able to cast a bolus, you gotta create a deterrent, try to use maybe an AoE kind of item like the volcano pot to create some distance between you and your opponent to get the bolus off. But at the same time, in a projectile only rule set, they can still catch you even when you're casting AoE spells, so it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult to counter that sleep playstyle with the current setup that they have now.
I was about to ask you because I was like, why are they not using the boluses? But again, since everything is going by so quickly, every single hit here will count, and so they simply don't have the time. They don't. If you use a bolus, what will happen? Well, you get hit by another sleep bolt or a sleep arrow, and boom. Oh, and some new stuff here. He's pulling out some magic now.
The Great Glint Blades is called, and if that hits you, that's going to land for a lot of damage, and it has the highest poise damage in this rule set, so at 70 poise, you're not going to be able to tank any of those hits.
Yeah, it's definitely. It seems though that one of the players are getting way closer to victory currently, and it's a what's it called again? A battle of attrition. Every single little hit counts. Every centimeter. They fight for it, and it matters.
It's looking like a much even fight compared to last round. Ark is not getting his sleep procs in as much as he was before, and it's because Ark is playing a lot more aggressively. You're seeing these storm arrows, which do have a bigger AoE, and look at this, he's just doing a lot of jump attacks. He is not letting up on the aggression. He's just pelting Ark with continuous damage, and that's the kind of adaptation that you'd love to see.
Yeah, clearly he has learned from his mistakes, or not even mistakes really. He learned that his previous tactic wasn't working properly, and so he is just pelting the man with arrows, and he's turning it into a pincushion. Quite frankly, I love it.
KO! And that is a win for Frosty. GG.
3, 2, 1, kisses.
All right, the bolt is in, and players, they got their flasks, they have their second chance. No immediate aggression yet. We do see, I believe that is the black bow from Ark. So that is like a full standard bow damage with quick bow attributes like firing while sprinting and firing while jumping.
And I think that can be a very smart thing to do. Use the black bow, especially in the beginning. Get just a few hits in, even if they don't do as much damage. Get a few hits in, and then when he has a sufficient lead, that's when the trading starts. That's when he should really start just doing the big hits. But we'll see.
And now we're seeing the use of dung pots, which is going to be pretty hard to land with the players moving as fast as they are. They're not slow because they're using these quicker bows. To really make that item work, you have to catch your opponent using a great bow or something else that's as slow.
Can we just appreciate the fact that this is a competitive tournament where people are throwing poo at each other and it's a legitimate tactic?
You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. And again, that's why I love doing these events, is bringing out the off meta, bringing out the fun, and just showing off.
Bringing in the poo.
And literally flinging dung at your opponent. Not only talking crap, but throwing crap. So, again, you'll love to see it. And you see the crossbows, they're put away. The great bow is put away. It's purely just quick bows. And you see Ark, he's just making fun of Frosty, I think. He's just casually dodging the attacks, stopping, and now we're seeing the magic being brought out. I think his strategy may be to use a tracking spell. No, he's using quicker spells. So I don't know. I don't know about this mix-up. I don't think this is going to be effective.
Yeah, well, you can try to dodge with a little arrogance every now and then to get into your opponent's mind, but currently there's not too much between them, and coming off the last victory, Frosty would have the mental edge in this fight, I think, because Ark might be thinking, okay, how do I get hit in on this guy? He keeps dodging everything, and magic is it can be rough, because if you run out of blue juice, then what do you do?
Yeah, that is correct. And we're seeing Ark bring out the free-aimed crossbow bolt, but I think that is premature. Frosty's health isn't low enough to really make that warranted. And for Frosty, all he has to do is just catch Ark on those crossbow shots and just be aggressive with the quick bows. He's seen that he's landing some sleep bow shots. He may get the sleep proc very soon if Ark doesn't ball us up.
He's just running around with a goddamn arrow in his eye.
Ark is looking like a pin cushion right now. Plenty of arrows sticking out of his body. I think he's just one more arrow away from getting the proc.
Yeah, and this match is just so different from what we've seen earlier, as I mentioned. But it's really interesting to see. And this type of combat requires such a different skill set. Now, as you can see in this situation, I think we're getting close to situation earlier where Ark were running away most of the time, and Frosty could just be more aggressive and go for it. And in this situation, I think Ark now has a long way to go because he's down a lot of health. How do you get back from this position?
It's hard to say because look at this. Frosty is being so aggressive. So like, even if he switches to traditional magic, that's not going to help him much. If anything, that's just going to leave him at a bigger disadvantage because those spells come out slower. So being aggressive like Frosty probably is the best move, but he's moving so much, it's so hard to land those shots while locked on. So it seems like he has to do some free aim shots more, but since this game has jumping, unlike Dark Souls 3, it's harder to land those free aim shots. So it's really hard to say how to change up the strategy.
I mean, I think if I were Ark, I would probably die immediately. But if I didn't die immediately, what I would do is I would try out just.
Here's the sleep proc, and that's the kill! KO!
Yeah.
Coming up next, Glint Blades collide in the first sorcery mirror match. Who will win, Snapcaster or Elemich? Find out now.
3, 2, 1, bubble!
All right, and we're seeing Glintstone Blade be used. Now, this is an interesting spell because it creates a deterrent, it creates passive aggression, which can keep your opponent off of you while you use an item, and you can also use it to set up some really clever combos.
Yeah, it's a really clever and smart spell to use. You do have to have a plan when you're using it. You can't just put it out there and hope that the opponent will just get hit by it. It's more of a, you force them into one action and you take another. And look at that.
You're seeing Snapcaster use these slower casting spells. KO!
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so we're seeing Glintstone Blades, the basic version, and we're seeing the Great Glintstone Blade by Snapcaster. So you see the strategy that he's doing. It's kind of a classic Dark Souls 3 strategy. Of where you just stand, you let your opponent aggress you, and then you just suddenly turn around and catch them on the aggression. And yeah, it's a strategy that's not as effective in this game because of poise, but Yeah, it's not working out for Elemich, so it's curious to see what he's gonna do to really switch it up.
Yeah, though you can clearly tell here that Snapcaster has control over the situation. He's so good with that carry and piercer, and using the corkscrew magic to kind of put Elemich in the situation that he wants. It is
KO!
Yeah, just look at that.
Coming up next, the relentless Tempestuous Atmosphere fires wildly with no concern for FP management. Will okbro's bow build be enough to take on this blue flask chugging monster? Find out now.
3, 2, 1, go.
An immediate comet spam by Tempestuous Atmosphere, catching okbro for 362 damage. Okbro has to be very careful. I don't think the missed. See, if you want to use the Greatbow and make it effective, you have to aim at the feet of your opponent. That way you can catch him with the lingering hitbox.
It also helps.
582.
Oh! Painful, man. Painful. And another hit. Finally he gets in a hit.
This trade is looking disgusting. And yet, see, he's up close with the bow. That's not going to work. To make the Greatbow work, you got to be at a distance.
I don't know if I agree with that. Sure. The Greatbow it takes a while to lock and load, but if you can get that lock in very, very close to them, and they don't have too much close-up magic, then yeah, it can be effective.
And that is a KO. That is a victory for Tempestuous Atmosphere. GG.
1, 2, 3, go.
Immediate damage with the Comet on okbro, 362 damage. And that's just really smart aggression, not wasting any time, not giving his opponent a free buff. But the trade-off is he doesn't have his own buff in. He didn't get to cast his physic. He doesn't have second chance. So now he has to run around and find an opportunity to get that in. But perhaps he doesn't need it. Maybe if he keeps up the aggression, keeps up the damage, he won't have to use his physic.
Yeah, it seems like the bow is going to be very good for him if he keeps that not too far away, not too close, but medium range is good. Although he keeps rolling into the mist there. Not great.
And that is the Ice Mist, which if you stay in that cloud for too long, you get frosted, and that will open him up to extra damage.
Oh, but we see there was a little bit of sleep there that really worked well.
Yeah, so we're seeing Sleep Bow again, but it's not being used too effectively. He wasn't able to combo with it afterwards. Oh, he's out of FP. Tempestuous is out of FP. He got it back, but here's the sleep proc, and look at the continuous damage, and the tears is proc. So okbro, if you can get at least 2 Greatbow shots in, that'll be a win for him.
This comes down to 1 hit for the mage.
Yeah, I mean, the Comet is just so dangerous when it's fully charged. Look at that damage! Look at that damage! KO! Coming up next, hilarity ensues as one player discovers what happens when you show up to a tournament unprepared. Gush versus veggiegeorgie. Who will win? Find out now.
3, 2, 1, murder.
And immediate sleep bow shots by, I believe it is Gush. Gush firing sleep and magic from veggiegeorgie, but no successful sleep procs, no successful hits landed. Again, we're seeing bows just being outclassed by magic. I don't know. I really don't know about this matchup. I don't think in any scenario bows can really win against a magic. Maybe I will be proven wrong later.
So, what do bows have for them? They have sleep. That's something they have. They have more in the way of. I mean, you could probably apply some rot with the use of a bow, but bows don't do enough damage. So you could, even if you get rotted, you could probably get a bolus out. However, magic has all of these different types of zoning tools. It offers control of the battlefield. So the more that we talk about it, the more I agree that bows are probably at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it comes down to is utility. When it comes to magic, you have your quick shots, your slow tracking shots, you have AoEs for creating space between you and your opponent, and that's versatility that the bows just don't have. But what they do have, at least for the quick bow, is speed and being able to cast mid-air, during a jump. So in terms of getting shots out, that's what the bows have over magic, and that could kind of make up for the damage disparity, but it really depends on if you can land those hits. The best sleep bow play that we saw earlier was, I believe, from Frosty when he got his sleep bow off, the sleep proc off, and then he comboed with the comet. And we do see some poison arrows now. We're seeing the serpent arrows, and I think he did get the poison proc off.
Well, that's the important part. If he gets the poisoning on, then he can breathe a little bit more. He is now in control.
Yeah, exactly. When you get the stats effects off, that forces your opponent to retreat and try to get the bolus in, which can leave them open to attack. And it kind of simulates that effect of the lingering danger that these tracking spells like Rancor pots have. This is really coming down to the wire. This may be a victory for veggiegeorgie, but perhaps Gush can turn it around.
It is super. It is one wrong move here, and our bow player is gonna get it.
And we're seeing Gush pull out the great bow. No, I'm sorry. The black bow, trying to land some sleep shots, and he's out of FP. Veggie's out of FP. This is Gush's chance to bring in the aggression and just rush down his opponent.
Yeah, he really needs to take advantage of this situation while he has it.
Yeah, he's staying up close, he's firing, and I don't know what Veggie is doing. He keeps trying to use his magic, but he's out of FP. He's using the spin attack. Oh my god, Veggie, you still have the health advantage. Just get your flask in. Do you not have it equipped? Does he not have it equipped? And look, he tried to do a melee hit. What is going on? KO!
Well now. Do I think maybe he felt bad for our mage? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and we're seeing magic fortification, which will add roughly 30% extra magic defense. Now, that can be effective against these smaller spells like the shard, like Night Shard, but against something like Night Comet, it's not going to be of much help. A lot of these stronger magic spells, they can still two-shot you. So that's what Veggie has to do to really negate the effect of that magic fortification.
Interesting strategies here. We see the spin there a little earlier. That's I don't know how much damage that does, but I don't know if that would really be worth it. It seems like our bow player are really. Oh, look there, pot.
Yeah, we're finally seeing some frost pots, but it looks like he had it locked on. He didn't try to frame it, and he missed by a wide margin. And you see Veggie taking back the aggression. Now he's chasing down Gush with the spells, and Gush, he's just trying to find like enough space to use his bow effectively.
And there we have a carrion piercer. My god,
that's a frost proc. He got the frost pot in, but he was able to bolus, so he can Gush missed his opportunity to really take advantage of the frost proc.
Yeah. If you are using the bow, I don't know, just seems like it would be better for you to be closer up so that you can get them to sleep, maybe poison them or something, and then just keep needling them with the arrows in order to prevent them from actually getting a bolus off.
You're seeing Gush land a couple of sleep bow shots. I think Veggie is just one shot away from being procced, but he's just having difficulty landing that last shot, and Veggie is just catching with big damage on these missed shots. There we go, sleep proc. And here comes more sleep. He's out of FP. Veggie's out of FP, and he got the flask in.
He drinks now.
Yeah, but again, like Gush missed his opportunity to really punish the lack of FP. He's got to be quicker. He's got to be more clever with it to really win this match.
Oh, another sleep.
See, he missed the opportunity again. He's getting the sleep proc, but he's not following up with any big damage to really make it worthwhile.
Yeah, see, it's not. I don't think it's about big damage. I think it's about making sure that you keep the pressure on them. That's why I'm so.
Look at that combo, Rancor Call into Piercer.
So good. But as I said, I think it's about putting a lot of poison pressure, and there we go.
And KO. That is a win for veggiegeorgie.
3, 2, 1, kiss me.
Mwah. Right, and both players, we got a flask by veggiegeorgie and a flask by Gush, but right after using magic fortification, so he does have some extra spell defense. He has to use this extra spell defense to be more aggressive and not let up on the aggression. Aggression is key to winning this fight, especially when it comes to landing status effects.
You can see he's all up in his face, jumping attacks, landing some good stuff. He got the bolus off, sure, but that was some good stuff from our bowman.
So what we know is the stats effect, it is building up fast. Like, almost immediately, Veggie had to bolus. So again, aggression is key. He has to stay on his opponent. Gush cannot let up and let Veggie get a bolus in. And if he does get the bolus in, he has to be punished for it. He has to land damage. And look at that. Here's the sleep proc. Here comes the damage. He's already down to half health. Gush may be able to win this match.
Yeah, it's not impossible. I think we're seeing very clean play here from both of our guys so far. It's clear that they know what they're doing as far as attack patterns go, but...
Now, we see the spin attack, which is good for when your opponent is aggressing you. And look, the tears is procced.
Yeah.
And right now, Gush has the lead in health, but here comes the Frost Pot, so now he has to run away and get a bonus in.
I wish we got to see more pots from our bowman, but...
Well, I mean, when you have... Look at the pin cushion. Veggie looks like a pin cushion right now. Now, see, Gush is still Frost proc, so that's extra damage that he will have to worry about if he's not careful.
Alright, so we're slowing down with bit.
And that is a kill! KO!
Wow! Well done!
Well done,
well
okay.
Done.
I'm sorry, well done, Gush. He has won the 5th match. Coming up next, PlayStation Tournament champion Slaveknightkos meets a difficult challenge as Eli DKS unveils the strongest bow build yet, combining dragon incantations with sleep arrows. Who will win? Find out now.
I thought you were going to say Eye of the Tiger. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, an immediate comment by Slaveknightkos, catching Eli for roughly 400 damage, I think. And now we're seeing the magic hammer. I think that's the first time we've seen, second time we've seen that spell in this tournament. But no successful
Chunky damage.
Yeah, if he can land it, it is big damage. About as much as Piercer, if not more.
Another look at this, another bowman versus another mage.
Hey, see, look, he had to get the bolts in, leave him wide open. Hey, oh my god, almost a ring out with the dragon spell. That's what I want to see more of, combos like that.
could be extremely awesome, honestly. And oh my god,
700 jackpot! 777 damage with the Piercer by Slaveknightkos. I'm loving this fight right now. See, Eli, just like with his predecessors, he has to be aggressive, get the sleep proc in, and then follow up with big damage. And I think that Dragon Spell is the best combo we've seen so far. Here we go. 641 damage, KO!
Yes, an excellent combination of weapons and spells here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so no immediate comment like before. He gets the flask in, and he's too far to land the shard, so I think that was a mistake. I think landing that immediate early damage is key. He's trying to be more aggressive with the Piercer, but to really be successful with that, you gotta be able to free him, and you gotta be accurate with the free aims. I think he had 736 damage in, but he also had the bonus. So, you know, if Eli is aggressive, he can get those dragon spells in and get the big damage. Look at that, 736.
Yeah, there you go. This is what our mage have to do. He does. That's really good, but he needs to be careful. And oh!
So much different play compared to before. Really aggressive with the Carrion Piercer, and that won him the round.
I'm really excited about this one. 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, the bolt is in. Immediate comet, but Eli was ready for it this time, and he got his last in. So again, immediate adaptation from the players, ready for their opponent's strategy. Look at Slaveknight just chasing his opponent down. He really wants that Carrion Piercer.
Yeah, because he knew that aggressiveness worked for him. Oh!
But you see, and I think this is what Eli needs to do, if he sees that aggression, he should just go for the Dragon Spell immediately. Catch his opponent with the Dragon Roar as he's being approached. I think that would be the best way to switch up his strategy.
That would be an excellent mind game.
But,
hope we see it.
Yes, but he's staying true to the bow, he's keeping his distance, and he's slowly building up that sleep status. Here comes the Carrion Piercer, and he rolled out of it effectively, and he got the sleep punish off. Slaveknight should be close to getting sleep procced. One more shot, 2 more shots, and maybe it will do it.
Okay, it all comes down to only a few things.
And there's a sleep proc. Here comes the dragon. But he missed. And
rough, man. Rough.
Okay, did you see the disrespect? Slaveknight just bonked him on the head with the staff. Total disrespect against his opponent.
That's risky, man. That's risky. If you have an opportunity to take out your opponent, you should take it.
And like, he missed the Dragon Roar again, and Slaveknight got the Piercer off. So, I mean, that's just a big flex. Again, I think... Oh, and the tier is proc. This is not looking good for Eli. Here comes the hammer. There's the Piercer, but no shots landed. But man, you know, right now, Slaveknight, he is the favorite in this matchup. He is #1 on the PlayStation leaderboard for NA, and he's just disrespecting his opponent, really just flexing on it right now.
I think he truly understands how Eli plays now. I think he's kind of gotten into that mindset, and that's one of the things that is very important to keep in mind, that some players just need a little bit of time to truly understand.
But you know, we're seeing Eli adapt. He is trying to catch Slaveknight on the aggression with the Dragon Roar, but he's not having success in landing it. So it's at this point, what does he do? He did try to adapt, but the adaptation is not working either.
Oof, it's rough. I don't know what you should do in this situation, and it's easy for us to just sit here and talk about it, but he's gonna try to formulate a strategy while.
You see, he got the proc off, but it doesn't seem like he has barrage on his bow, so he couldn't get like really quick immediate damage after the sleep proc, and he wasn't close enough to land the dragon spell. So it's like you said before, he has to count his arrows, know when his opponent is about to get slept, and get up close at that point so he can land his dragon spell.
I think he truly understands how Eli plays now. I think he's kind of gotten into that mindset, and that's one of the things that is very important to keep in mind, that some players just need a little bit of time to truly understand.
And you Go ahead.
He's getting a lot of good damage in here, though. Well, I say good damage, but you're getting a lot of smaller hits in, and he's very good at avoiding the carry and piercer at the moment. It's just that he's on the back foot now. He's on the defense, and any hit taken, even like that one, that small little glint there, it's gonna feel like such a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, you said it right. Both players, their tiers are procced, but right now Slaveknightkos is winning the health disparity. So one more spell, I mean, he doesn't even need Piercer anymore. He can use just about any spell to finish off his opponent. So far, we've seen like the Hammer, we've seen the Comet, we've seen the Piercer, but no quick spells. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. The Glintstone Shard. If he can land that, that's going to be a kill most likely. That's exactly the thing he needs to finish off his opponent. He doesn't need the big spells anymore.
And he's being very careful. He's being very methodical about all of this.
Yes. I mean, this could be a ring out. This could be... he ended up getting back centered. This is so tense. This is so tense. Is he going to dodge it? You're seeing both players get a lot better at dodging each other. Piercer is having a hard time landing. And that's the kill. KO.
Well done, sir. That was an excellent... That last part of the fight was excellent from Eli.
Coming up next, the quarterfinals begins as Dark Matter unleashes the beast while Winterbringer drops the hammer. Who'll win? Find out now. When you're ready.
3, 2, 1. Yes.
And Elden Stars.
They heard me!
You see, Winter, he tried to catch his opponent on the cast with Lightning Spear, but he was just out of range. And look at that combo! Elden Stars mixed with Giant Flame for big damage.
That was actually brilliant. He kind of understood the dodging
that's
pattern there.
3, 2, 1, and... Okay, he had no 0. He was almost
counted out.
There, almost counted out.
Still, I think he really understands the dodging patterns there and took advantage of it and did so much damage to the guy.
For people who may be curious, most of the edges around the stage is lethal, but we do have some non-lethal edges like right over there. When that happens, the players, they have 3 seconds to get back into the stage, and your opponent is still able to attack them while they're getting on. Unfortunately, Dark Matter was
risky.
Look at that trade.
Wow. I honestly...
KO!
Bang. 3, 2, 1, go.
Fire. Okay, and look at this, free aimed Giant Flame but missed. That was, an interesting choice of play by Dark Matter. And look at the combat, look at that damage. People, they like to trash on Elden Star's damage, but that wasn't bad. 908 damage.
That's pretty damn strong. And it's such an interesting setup here from these guys, because they're trying to set up magic. Oh, here comes the spam. The spam is doing
Yes, here comes the hammer, and it catches for 332 damage, and now he's left wide open. You see, now that's a mistake. Or maybe he didn't have the FP to counter back, but I would have attacked immediately after seeing that last use. This is not looking good for Winterbringer. He just could not win against the bees and the bloodflies. KO!
3, 2, 1.
What was that?
I don't know, man. I tried something.
All right, there we go. Lightning Spear for 529 damage, countering the Elden Star.
Yeah, he ran up there. He ran up. He knew that the Lightning Spear wasn't going to be close enough on this battlefield. So
look at the Elden Stars. It's still lingering. And look at that combo. And that's it. KO!
Wow!
And that is a victory for Dark Matter. GG. Coming up next, Frosty pulls out a powerful never-before-seen item against Sail, which completely changes the bow versus mage matchup. What is that item? Who will win? Find out now.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and we see flasks from both players. We see the black bow by Frosty landing some frost arrows.
I think it's really cool that we've seen so many different strategies. You know, you have the juice drinkers, you have the people that just try to take advantage of the juice drinkers. It's really cool to see that the strategy already starts from the moment we hear go.
Yeah, I mean, there's there's pros and cons to it. You know, there's risk and reward. You know, you can get that early damage in, but now you've lost the opportunity to get the second chance, and you may need that second chance later on. So there's a lot of interesting strategy right at the beginning. And now you see Sail trying to cast Triple Rings of Light, but it's dangerous up close because it has no poise damage. If I were him, I would try to bait a roll through the Rings of Light and then do Wrath of Gold afterward to punish the roll. I think that would be a very effective strategy.
Yeah, it seems like Frosty here is certainly got the advantage. It just seems like his attacks are way more likely to hit. But again, if oh boy,
wait, you see, that's the Albinuric pot. I think he can't use his flask.
Oh, brilliant!
And here comes the Perfumer. I don't know if that landed damage. It got the hit effect, Wrath of Gold, but missed. Oh my god. So I like the use of the Rancor call because it's keeping Frosty from being as aggressive as he wants to.
Yeah, that's really smart. But well, what if Frosty gets in there? I mean, you do have the frenzy thing there to keep him. But even so, man.
Here comes Radigan's Ring of Light, but he's too far for it to land. 90 damage on the bow. He's pretty close to getting frost procs, but I think the physical damage from the Storm Bow will be enough to take the fight. KO!
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, boom.
He's Italian, so I believe the right pronunciation is Sali. But anyway, Rancor call, and again, this is going to slow down Frosty and keep him from being as aggressive as he wants to.
The Rings of Light are coming. Yeah, he's just avoiding a lot of that stuff. Oh, and boom, there's some damage.
And you see the Greatbow come out, but he missed. I guess he was trying to predict a side strafe, but Sail didn't give it to him. And now we're seeing Rings of Light coming out for good damage. 828 damage while Frosty was trying to switch items. You saw him scratching his butt there. And now you're seeing the Albinuric pot. Look, he can't use the flask, so now he's wide open. This is where he has to be aggressive.
So this is, here's the thing. So now, okay, no, he does actually have a few more spells, but how long does it last?
Look, he can't use it now. He's wide open, and Frosty knows.
Go.
He's trying to use his fist.
I mean, he has to. Doesn't he? Wow.
He can bonk him on the head. Oh, and here comes the Perfumer's pot, or the Perfumer's sparks.
Yeah, that can do.
Hold on. You see Sail trying to use Starlight Shard. That is not allowed. I'm sorry, Sail. That is. I have to disqualify him for this round. I have to. You can't. He didn't get it off, but just for the attempt, he cannot use that. That is a banned item. So he tried to use that to circumvent the item.
I can get that it's in situations like these, it's easy to forget what the rules are, but we gotta hold true to our rules, and unfortunately, that is just going to be as chat says, that's a brain fart moment.
Yeah. Coming up next, Big Hats and Carrion Piercers collide as Slaveknightkos takes on Tempestuous Atmosphere. Who does the sorcery build better? Find out now.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go. Immediate comment by Tempestuous. And look at the spam. It just keeps coming out. 900 damage before the flask can even be drank.
That's gotta feel bad, man. Or good, depending on which one you are.
I mean, I got nothing against masochism. If that's your thing, I ain't gonna say anything. But here we go. I mean, he's gotta be careful. Slaveknightkos, his whole strategy is getting him close to land that piercer, but Comet spam is no joke, and he has it too. So we have piercer versus piercer along with Comet spam. But look, here it comes the roll catch. Is that a kill? KO!
Oh, that's so good, though. That is so good. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so immediate comment by both players, but both of them was able to avoid it.
Mirror match. Pretty cool.
Again, you're seeing the players adapt to each other's play styles, and you love to see it.
Yeah, they are kind of, sort of just fishing for damage here, feeling each other out.
Oh, you see, hammer, will it land? No, and then piercer for 830 damage. And now you're seeing Ice Crag, so you're seeing Comet, but with status effects. And he didn't roll. What happened there? Oof. He's out of FP. He has to be. I think he is. There it is. He got the chug off. And that's KO!
Wow. Wow. That piercer, man, is so good. It's so good.
Insane. Coming up next, Snapcaster secures an easy victory as his opponent, Gush, suddenly drops from the tournament, but a new challenger rises to take his place. Who is this mysterious warrior? Find out now. Well, alright, so we got Snapcaster on the left, Asheyboi on the right. Again, to be clear, this is going to be a win for Snapcaster because Gush, his original opponent, is unable to play. But we're going to give the audience a fight to watch for this round so they don't feel robbed. So yes. for this fight, we're going to be playing The Encounter, one of my favorite boss musics from Kingdom Hearts 2. So the music is playing. You may count it down. What is he doing? Asheyboi, what the hell? Hey. Get in position! Before I smack the shit out of you, get in that circle.
Dog.
Get in the circle.
Bad dog.
Thank you, Jesus. All right, now we are ready to begin. Lost, you may count down.
3, 2, 1, go, please.
All right, finally we have a fight. Snapcaster versus Asheyboi, and we're seeing magic up close. Sharp spiral for 700 damage, and here comes the piercer, 796. Pretty bad start for Asheyboi.
Yeah, he doesn't do too much damage, and we already know the potency of...
KO!
Yeah, we already know the potency there of Snapcaster. I feel like Snapcaster truly lives up to his name here, with being a good caster boy. he's such a nerd, and I really admire him for it.
Coming up next, the fire-spitting dark matter takes on the cold-hearted Frosty. Will his incantation build be enough to overcome the potency of the albinuric pot? Find out now.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. No Elden Stars this time. I think he was expecting an arrow from Frosty, so he didn't want to use a spell that would leave him stationary. With the flies, you can sidestep while casting it. But now we're seeing Frosty really close the distance. It's going to be hard for Snapcaster to build the distance again. He doesn't really have any tools that are effective at... Look at that, 800 damage for the fireball, but now he's out of FP. And there goes the albinuric pot.
Yeah.
No flask. He can't use a flask. He may be left wide open now.
So now what does he do? Well, does he have the thing on his staff? That's the question.
Does he have spinning weapon? Because that may be his only option against Frosty at this point, unless he pulls out a bow of his own.
And if he does that, would he be able to do enough damage? Look at this. It is the tears have
Wait,
cracked.
look, he can use it again. He can use it, but he missed his opportunity. No, he got it. He got it just in time. He can cast magic again, but now he has to build a distance. Rhino's Roar, will it be a ring out? No.
Wow.
Dark Matter is eating up a lot of FP. If he gets caught by the Albanert pot before his next flask, that could be the end of him. 409 damage, and that's a kill KO!
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go. That is Flame Protect Me. That is curious. That does buff his fire damage and his physical defense, right? I think that's what it is.
Yes.
So he's
Flame Protect Me?
Yeah. Or yeah, either Flame Protect Me that buffs your damage and buffs your fire damage, or he's casting the one that increases fire damage. And I think it's the latter. And then you see, God, using the horn, that can be a good spell when used in the right moment, but that was not the moment.
He's really trying something different though, and I think that spell right there, Frenzy, is very solid against a bow build. As you can see, Dark Matter is trying to adjust here.
He has to be out of FP. What is that? Oh, he's using his flask. He has a second chance on, but he still can't get his blue juice. But he still has some FP left.
He could have changed.
He's left wide open. See, you can't use Unendurable Frenzy like that. Centered, you're left wide open to arrows.
Yeah, I mean that is his best chance though. He was kind of hoping that his opponent would come in close, but oh.
Yeah, I mean, you see Frosty's doing a good job keeping his distance, avoiding these close-range spells. And look at that, 499 on the perfume. And now you see Storm Arrows coming out, which has a bigger hitbox, and KO!
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go. Flask from both players, no immediate attack. Here comes Elden Stars. But like I mentioned before, Dark Matter is left wide open to big damage, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
so
he took some damage.
Yeah, but look at that, 900 damage. So Elden Stars was worth it in the end. And he tried to combine that with the lightning spell, but he wasn't able to combo the lightning damage. But here we go. Here comes the big Pseudosax head for 500 damage. But now Dark Matter left wide open. 400 damage from the perfume. Tears is procced, and now he's up close to the sleep arrows. But here comes the dragon again. Tears is procced for Frosty, and perfume again, 490. Oh, this is so close. Oh, he's left wide open. KO!
What? Wow.
Coming up next, the battle between two PlayStation juggernauts get up close and personal as Slaveknightkos unleashes a new technique that forces Snapcaster to come to him. Who will win? Find out now.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so here we go. We haven't seen this yet. This is Eternal Darkness, and see, it swallowed the magic.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Oh my God, this is not even subtle. But this is beautiful. So this is perfect counterplay, swallowing up the magic of Snapcaster. He's pretty much kneecapped at the moment. He needs melee magic to really be effective against Slave Knight.
There is
Like,
is a really
Frostpot, fully charged.
so close.
Oh, this is so close. I see, but now they're both chugging. Here comes Shard Spiral. Will we see another cast of Eternal Darkness by Slave Knight?
Yeah, he keeps running away from that attack, trying to make sure that he can't take advantage of the control that it gives him. And oh!
You see, I saw Slave Knight try to KO!
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
So once again, Eternal Darkness. So now Slave Knight is safe to cast his spells and drink his flask. And Magic Fortification too, but see, he didn't get his flask in, and now he's getting cost. 3, 2, 1, ring out! KO!
Oh my god. Oh no. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go, Eternal Darkness again, and Magic Fortification. So he's kind of making the same mistake, but Snapcaster's not capitalizing. He's using the wrong spells. If I were him, I would have done like Shard or Comet instead.
I don't think it's a mistake. I think that the only mistake he did earlier was to stay too close to the edge. In that situation, I think this is good. This is good.
So now we're seeing Piercer, we're seeing Carrying Flanks, but Glintblade Flanks, but they're not landing. And here we go, Sharp Spiral. Slave Knight narrowly avoided it. And look at the combo right here. Hammer time. It did not land. And snap counter with Piercer. Hammer time again. Caught him. Bonk. And he tried to follow up with Piercer, but was just out of range. Look at this damage. 781.
That's some juicy damage, man.
Slave Knight just kind of slowed down his spacer. And KO!
Oh my god, I just saw it, and that, sir, was cool. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so here we go. We saw immediate Glintstone Shard, but he was just out of range for the first one. He did land a second one, and now both players have their flask in. We're seeing some setup here with the Glintblade and the flanks. Look, it's all getting swallowed up by the Eternal Darkness.
That looks so amazing, honestly. And, oh!
And this is just the beauty of these off-meta rules. You know, you'll never see this in a traditional meta tournament, or even at MAG. You rarely see fights like this at MAG.
Yeah, probably a mistaken to throw the...
Oh, look at that! A fully charged Piercer roll caught Slave Knight for over 1,000 damage, and double knockout! No, that's not double knockout. That is a kill for Snapcaster. KO!
I mean, these guys are so even, man. They are so even because, you know, they go back and forth, back and forth. And 3, 2, 1, go.
I see, again, over and over, we see Eternal Darkness swallow up Snapcaster spells. He tried to be quick on the cast, but he just wasn't quick enough. So now he has to be aggressive. He has to use these melee spells like Piercer, and he landed it for 635 damage. And now we're seeing Charge Spiral on Wake Up. Oh, this is such a good fight.
They are both excellent, but one Carrion Piercer gets you...
The tears on Slave Knight actually got popped, so he's at a huge health deficit. And look at the bonk into Piercer. And here comes the flask, but just out of range for the Piercer.
They are spacing each other very well right now. I mean, they almost hit the bonks, the Piercers. This spacing is so good.
Oh, look at the Comet! 600 damage, and now we're seeing something that we haven't really seen much from Slave Knight. The Comet catching for 600 damage, and now we're back up close. We're seeing Piercer come out. Slave Knight missed his opportunity to punish the flask, but here we go. Here comes the roll catch. Nope, he was unsuccessful. It is just back and forth Piercer, and now Tears has popped for Snapcaster. Back and forth, 703. Oh, this is gonna be so close. One more hit! KO!
Oh my god! Oh, that lost sequence, just incredible.
That is a win for Snapcaster. He is moving on to the finals to fight Frosty. Coming up next, the battle for third place begins as the Royal Blue Slaveknightkos takes on the Fire Red Dark Matter. Who will win in this battle of incantation versus sorcery? Find out now.
3, 2, 1. Danny DeVito.
That's Spanish?
Danny DeVito.
Oh, Danny DeVito again. 780 damage from the Comet. See, I like the attempt at the free aim fireball, but he overshot it. That could have been some really early damage for
That would have been epic. Straight epic play, man.
And now we're seeing, oh, look at Piercer. Now we're seeing some offhand Azure Staff with Wrath of Gold. That comes out really fast, but Dark Matter is just doing too good of a job dodging these. Oh, 879, this is nasty. And KO!
Wow. That amount of damage and the follow-up little dink there. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go, Comet versus Fireball. Neither lands. And look at the trade. See, Fireball is too slow compared to Comet.
It is, unfortunately, it is. I mean, it's impressive and really cool that he tries, but...
Oh, here we go. Here comes the spam. 874. Will he land it again? Oh, he is so close. Caught for 880 damage. He tried to repel his opponent with the Wrath of Gold, but missed. Here comes Piercer. KO!
Another win for the Piercer. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go, match point. And there we go, a terrible start for Dark Matter, 733. Comet just showing more range in most spells. And now we're seeing Lightning Strike. Oh god, what is this? The Dragon for the ultimate get off me play, but here comes the Piercer, that's a kill! KO!
Oh, it's quick, man, it's quick, and it's hard. It's over.
Coming up next, the climactic conclusion to the tournament finally arrives as Frosty takes on Snapcaster. The best bow build versus the best mage build. PC's best versus PlayStation's best. Who will win? Find out now. And now we are finally ready to begin the final match of the tournament. Frosty on the left versus Snapcaster on the right. Bow versus Mage. Which is better? We will find out. Count it down, Lost.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so we're seeing some setup by Snapcaster. Glint Blade to protect him while he gets his flask in. More Glint Blade setup. You know, to be effective against the Albinuric Pot and the bows, he has to be aggressive. He has to rush his opponent down with Piercer while looking out for the stats effects of Frosty's bow.
One hit did 47 damage.
Here comes the Albinuric Pot. Did it land? No.
One hit is that was pretty good damage for Frosty there.
And here comes the first roll catch from Piercer for 769 damage. Excellent start for Snapcaster.
This is what Snapcaster needs.
He might be low on FP.
Well, he should be careful with his... Yeah, there we go. Here comes the healing. I think it's smart. Get all of that.
This is so weird. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Why is this weird? Come on.
Oh no, the crouching. So he's like doing the crouch. This is something that you see with like Ultra Greatsword in like melee play. You see like the crouching and then the crouch poke. What we're seeing, the only poke we're seeing is Piercer. So it's like Snapcaster's trying to get into Frosty's head. But look, he got hit with the Albinuric Pot. He can't use the blue flask. So this is where he's left wide open. How will he respond?
Well, they do a lot of running, so I think the reason why they are crouching is to regain stamina.
We're seeing a crossbow by Snapcaster.
Well, he had to. That's smart. He had to have that out there in order to do some damage, and now he can drink.
He got the drink in. He's got his FP back, and now he can go full power with Piercer. He's got Frosty close to the edge. Maybe a win out can happen. 627. All he needs is a shard now. Glintstone shard. Spiral shard. Will it land? Unsuccessful. Frosty is still in it.
He's so good at avoiding damage.
Because here comes the volcano pot. The first time we're seeing it in the fight. Look, it did over 100 damage. Can Frosty turn this around? He's one hit away. A Snapcaster has the health advantage, but Frosty may be able to turn this around.
Oh my god, this is epic.
Oh my god, this is so tense. And that's a kill! KO!
Wow, okay, man. that was exactly what I wanted to see. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go. Immediate phalanx by Snapcaster, caught Frosty for 166 damage. Now he has his physic in, Frosty has his physic in, and so far Snapcaster has the aggression. He's casting a lot of Shard Spiral, he's getting close, trying to set up the Piercer. Here we go, 627 damage. Frosty caught again for 627. It is not looking good for him.
Yeah, now it's gonna be hard for him to come back.
Oh, he jumped over the Piercer!
Oh my god!
This is not good though. He is one shot. Snapcaster, he cannot let up the aggression. He has to finish off Frosty before he turns it around. He needs, yeah, there we go. Combining Shard Spiral with the Dart. This is exactly what he needs. One more shot will end this match.
It's so hard here though for Frosty to come back. He is literally one shot at this point. How could he come back? Oh well.
Don't count Frosty out. He won the last tournament for a reason. KO!
Oh. Yeah, and finishing off with the Karen Piercer, very, very apt. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go, Flask by Frosty and Phalanx by Snap, and now the fight can really begin. I think we just saw Frosty eat a magic liver to increase his magic damage. But
smart.
Yes, but only for a short while, so he has to make this time last. He has to make it count.
Yeah, he has to get in there, just do a lot of damage in a short period of time.
As he dodged, oh look at that jump! See, now that's really cool about bows. You can pretty much like rapid fire 2 shots if you jump shoot and then shoot as you land, and he got some good damage on the Snap.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do further on, and maybe get a good solid hit in with the perfumes.
Oh, look at that combo, hit by the Phalanx and then comboed by the Piercer.
Oof.
Oh, this is rough. This is very rough. That's a roll catch, and now his tears are popped. Oh, this is so bad. 627. This could be it for Frosty. KO!
KO. That was... You know, we have seen a lot of different fights here, but I think there is so much skill on display here from both people, and this was a really worthy set of fights.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. So with that concludes the Make It Rain Cup. Snapcaster is our winner. He has won the $60 prize, and Frosty has won the second place prize of $25. I just realized Snapcaster, he's the donator for this tournament, so pretty much he didn't win anything, he just gets to keep his money. But thank you, Snapcaster, for your contribution.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I mean, it is what it is.
It's a bit of a flex, isn't it? Oh, I'll just... You know what? How about you just take $100, $1,000? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna win it back anyway.
But, I mean, not to take away from Frosty, I was shocked by how far he got with the bow build. We saw the other bow builds. They were struggling in the magic matchup, but Frosty proved what you had to do to win that matchup, using the Albinauric pots, being aggressive with the sleep status. Easily the best bow play we've seen so far, I think in general, outside of this event and inside of this event. Thank you so much.
Huge shout out to Frosty. Congratulations to Snapcaster, and just a little bit of a mini shout out there to Darkmatterii, and I suppose it was Winterbringer as well. The amazing fights between those guys, the spectacle, the visual splendor that we were treated to during those fights were amazing.
And that concludes the Make It Rain Cup. A big thanks to everybody who watched all the way to the end. And an even bigger thanks to the participants, the organizers, and Lost for helping me put on such an amazing show. If you enjoyed what you saw and you want to support the channel, hit the like button down below and follow me on YouTube and Twitch. And if you want to participate in one of my future tournaments, join my Discord and sign up on the channel launch page as it becomes available. All links are down below in the description. I plan to host a tournament at least once a month, so you'll have plenty of opportunities to have your skills showcased and win some extra cash on the side. As always, I'm KH Knight. Have a wonderful evening and peace out.